Hey friends, hello and welcome back. Let's talk about the poem Elegy Written in the Country Churchyard today. You know that it's a wonderful poem written by Thomas Gray. Let's try to understand poem line by line. Let's begin with the first stanza. Look at the first stanza. It reads, "The curfew tolls the knell of parting day. The lowing herd wind slowly over the lea. The ploughman homeward plods his weary way and leaves the world to darkness and to me." Look at the very first line. There are a few words whose meaning you need to understand. For example, curfew. The meaning of the word curfew is a time after which or state in which people are not allowed to go outside their homes. It also means a state in which people are not allowed to wander. That means it's the state of being lonely. The streets are lonely, there are no people seen. This state is called curfew. Look at the second word, tolls. Tolls means rings. Look at the third word, the knell. The knell means bell. Look at the word tolls and the knell. The knell is a bell, but it generally signifies its connection with the death. So tolling the knell signifies ringing of the death bell. Now see the poem itself, the first line itself. The curfew tolls the knell of parting day. The curfew rings the bell. Which bell? The bell of parting day. Parting day means the day going away. The poet suggests that it's the time of evening because curfew is ringing the bell of parting day. Look at the second line. The lowing herd wind slowly over the lea. Lowing, making their characteristic sound. The lowing herd wind slowly over the lea. What is the meaning of the word wind? Wind means move. Okay, move slowly. Where is it moving slowly? It's moving slowly over the lea. What is lea? Lea is open grassy land. So the lowing herd, the herd that makes its characteristic sound, moves slowly over the open grassy land. The second line. Look at the third line. The ploughman, the man with a plough, a farmer, homeward, towards the home, plods, walks slowly and lazily. The ploughman homeward plods his weary way. The ploughman walks slowly towards home on a weary way. Weary is tiresome, on a tiresome way, and leaves the world to darkness and to me. And the world is left to darkness and to me. That means I am there lonely in the darkness. There is nobody else. Hope you have understood the meaning of the first stanza. Let's move on to the second stanza. Now fades the glimmering landscape on the sight, and all the air a solemn stillness holds, save where the beetle wheels his droning flight and drowsy tinkling lull the distant folds. Try to understand the meanings. Now fades. Fades means disappears from the sight. What is disappearing from the sight? The glimmering landscape. What is glimmering? Glimmering is shining with fluctuations. In simple word, you can call it twinkling. What is landscape? Landscape is the open area which we see on the paintings generally. What is the meaning of the word solemn? Solemn is serious. So look at the meaning. Now fades the glimmering landscape on the sight. The glimmering landscape is disappearing from the sight, and the air, all the air is holding a serious stillness. There is no movement in the air. save. Save means except. Except what? Except where the beetle wheels his droning flight. Where beetle, what is beetle doing? Beetle is an insect. Okay, beetle is an insect. It is large, shiny, black insect. What is it doing? It is moving, wheeling its droning flight. The beetle is moving its wings. Save the beetle wheels his droning flight, moving its wings, and drowsy tinkling lull the distant folds. And drowsy, not completely awake. Drowsy means not completely awake. What is tinkling? Tinkling is the light ringing sound. The drowsy tinkling. And what is the drowsy tinkling doing? It lulls. What is lull? Make relaxed and calm. It's trying to make relaxed and calm. What is it trying to make relaxed and calm? The distant folds. Distant means at a distance, far away. Folds. Folds are the curved shapes of the land. Curved shapes of the land. Hope you've understood it. Look at this line once again. Now fades the glimmering landscape on the sight. The glimmering landscape is disappearing from the sight, and all the air solemn stillness holds. There is stillness in the air, save, except where the beetle wheels his droning flight, except at the place where beetle is droning his flight and creating some sort of sound. And drowsy tinkling, what is it doing? Drowsy tinkling is trying to lull the distant folds. Look at the third stanza. Save that from yonder ivy-mantled tower, the moping alders to the moon complain, of such as wandering near a secret bower molest a solitary rain. Try to understand the meanings of the words first. Yonder, the meaning of the word yonder is at some distance in the indicated direction. Ivy-mantled, what is the meaning of the word ivy-mantled? Mantled means cloaked. Ivy is a plant that climbs. So, ivy mantled means cloaked in ivy, covered in ivy. What is covered in ivy? Tower is covered in ivy, right? So, save that from yonder ivy mantled tower, except that from a distant tower which is covered in ivy. What happens? The moping owl. The moping owl. Moping, spending time doing nothing. As you know that owl doesn't do anything generally. Sits idly. So the moping owl, the lazy owl, does to the moon complain. The owl is complaining to the moon. What is it complaining to the moon of? Of such as wandering near her secret bower. What is it complaining? It is complaining to the moon that you are wandering near my secret bower. What is the meaning of the word bower? The word bower means an attractive dwelling. It can also be a private apartment, a canopy, shelter, or thicket. It can mean anything. So this is a dwelling place of the owl. An owl is complaining to the moon that you are wandering near my secret bower. And what are you doing by wandering near my secret bower? You are trying to molest us. An owl is complaining of molesting her ancient solitary reign. Owl is complaining to the moon that you were molesting my ancient solitary reign. Ancient means belonging to the historical old times. Solitary means lonely by choice. And reign means royal rule. So owl is complaining to the moon that you are wandering near my secret bower and molesting my ancient solitary reign, my historical old times reign, which is lonely by choice. Reign is rule, this is my rule, and I don't think that you should intrude, come here and molest my own reign. This is how the three stanzas go. These are the opening three stanzas of this poem. I think you've understood them. In the next video, we'll talk about the next stanzas. Till then, have a good time. Thank you very much for watching this.